real estate investing is a phenomenal form of investing if you have extra cash because it's very difficult to lose your income or your down payment. Sorry. It's
Yeah,
very difficult to lose your down payment, and um, real estate goes up in price over time
yeah,
everywhere
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah, yeah,
So just
absolutely.
got to be able to hold on to it and use leverage. So get a loan from the bank and, 50,000 or $100,000 can buy 500K of real estate, but, $100,000 can only buy $100,000 worth of stock.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and I am excited to be here. If you follow me, you know what I say. This is something I love to do because I always love to connect with people and get into what they're doing, how they're doing things differently, or maybe even the same. One thing I know for sure, even if we're all doing the same thing, we are unique people and we will always do something a little bit different. And so this is about our story, our journey, and I'm so glad we have someone here that's going to tell you about her journey. And she's in the self storage. She loved having that as a value add, and she loved to be able to increase income. And so I think all of us like the idea of increasing income, right? And so I'm so excited for us to look through her lens, get to see how she does what she do. And so I want to introduce you all to Miss Steffany Boldrini. Miss Steffany, how you doing today, ma'am?
I'm great, Q. Thank you so much for having me over. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for taking time to be here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. And so I appreciate that. Miss Stephanie, I want to dive right in. I would love for you to tell the people, what's your main focus these days? Kind of give us a little bit of an origin story, like why real estate, why self-storage, like how did you get into it? And then also, if you don't mind, tell them what part of the world you're in geographically. And so what you're doing, origin story, and a little bit about where you are in the world. So Miss Stephanie, you have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'm
Yes,
Steffany
ma'am.
Boldrini, principal at Monte Carlo Real Estate Investments. I am based in Southern California, about an hour south of LA, and been doing real estate investing for almost 8 years already. And
Mm-hmm.
I used to be in tech sales in the Bay Area, and I knew somebody at the time that was a real estate investor, and it became very clear that real estate investing is a phenomenal form of investing if you have extra cash because it's very difficult to lose your income or your down payment. Sorry. It's
Yeah,
very difficult to lose your down payment, and um, real estate goes up in price over time
yeah,
everywhere
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah, yeah,
So just
absolutely.
got to be able to hold on to it and use leverage. So get a loan from the bank, and 50,000 or $100,000 can buy 500K of real estate, but $100,000 can only buy $100,000 worth of stock.
Yeah.
So if
Mm,
both go up 10%, you just made 50,000 on your real estate, and you just made 5, yeah, you just made $10,000 on your stock. So it's a phenomenal thing that we can leverage and get a loan to buy real estate.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I love it. Used to be in tech sales. Was trying to figure out, kind of what kind of space to get in. You like real estate. Listen, it's hard to lose that down payment. Things kind of click. It's like, hey, stock, you can only do this much, but with real estate, you can kind of see it go boom. And so I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. I have a saying with Stephanie where I say, destiny has no wasted moments, right? Meaning no matter what you go through in life, destiny has a way of just kind of making you who you are now. And you borrow from different parts of your life to kind of fortify the person that you are today. So I would love to
Aw.
know within this real estate journey, what has destiny, what has these moments taught you about yourself? Has it taught you discipline? Has it taught you resilience? Has it taught you humility? Like, what has these moments taught you about you?
Oh, that's such a beautiful thing that you said because sometimes we wonder, have I made the right choice, right? Living an amazing career in tech. But yes, it definitely taught me courage to sign
Mm,
on deals,
mhm,
on my own. My very
mhm,
first deal, I was just in a new city. First time I saw the property, and I was closing on the property that week. And it teaches you how to deal with a lot of challenges. You're fully responsible for everything,
yeah,
but everything is doable.
yeah,
It's not like you're the first person that is experiencing something. One of the things that I learned in my first deal was to always get two lender
mm,
approvals
okay.
because I was only dealing with one lender, and that lender decided to do a bait and switch on me at the last
Oh,
minute. And they said,
mm,
"Oh, we want these terms now." And that was a week before closing, and I had
yeah,
no choice but to comply, because
mm,
I didn't have a backup plan. So
yeah,
that's a thing that I learned. Another thing that I learned on that deal, I mean, I learned so many things, but was of course always have insurance on your property. 9 days after we closed, one of the roofs caved for one
mm,
of the
mm,
properties that were in
yeah,
that portfolio. And so if we didn't have insurance, we would have been out, tens of thousands of dollars.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yes, it teaches you to be strong and deal with what comes to you because you're ultimately responsible. When you have
yeah,
a job, other people are responsible uh, for everything.
yeah,
But
yeah,
as a business owner, it's on you.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. No, definitely. Thank you for saying it. I mean, you said some key powerful words. You talked about courage and you talked about strength. And I love how you talked about, you know, some of the things that happen with the roof coming in, making sure you get insurance. Once you can overcome these obstacles, it builds up your courage and it builds up your strength. It builds up your confidence to be like, okay, if I was able to navigate and maneuver in this, I can maneuver when the next thing comes about. And so I love
Exactly.
it because I tell people all the time the journey is all about the journey. We can show people the success, but it's so much impactful when you can show people the journey, right?
Yes.
Because everybody's going to go through something. And when people can understand that, they can be like, okay, all I got to do, put one foot in front of the other. And then I can look back and my courage and my strength is ultimately built. Like these trials come to make us strong. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You are
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
right. And it
Yeah.
makes you appreciate the quiet times or the great things that you have in your life.
Hmm. So good. So well said. my wife, and I don't know where my wife got it from, but she said this to me and it made so much sense. She said, a calm sea never makes an experienced sailor.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Oh, that's
Right?
a good one,
When
Q.
she said
That's
that,
a
I was like,
great one.
man. And so, the waves, riding the waves, going up and down, the storms, it builds your experience. Like, how can you pull out experience if you never experienced anything? You know what I mean? And so,
Exactly.
yeah, experience is an
Exactly.
amazing teacher. So I love it. I love the fact that you've overcome some adversity. I love the fact that you're dropping nuggets about insurance. I've never, you the first person I heard always get two lenders. I think that's a great, I mean, when you said it, it makes sense, but I've never really heard somebody kind of verbalize it. So thank you for that. Let me ask you, what is your next real goal? Like, what are you looking to solve or scale next?
Yes, my next goal is I would love to keep buying, and I'm a buy and hold,
Okay.
person. I believe in
Yeah.
that, true wealth is created by holding real estate forever.
Got you.
And so my goals are to buy, 4, let's say 4 properties a year and
Got you.
hold 2 and flip 2 so I can buy the ones for next year. So that
Got you.
is what I'm focusing on this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I want to talk to you a little bit about relationship because I know from us talking, I believe you have relationship with different people in real estate. And so I want to know, what is your philosophy when it comes to building relationships within business, within real estate? Is it important to you? Has it served you well? Like your strategy around building relationships. Like, tell me a little bit about relationship building from your perspective. From your perspective.
Yes, I'm actually very good at that. That's one of my strengths. I
Mm,
hate underwriting and spreadsheets, but I love building relationships.
yeah.
I think they're very important to build over time. It's not a one day thing, one time thing. You need to follow up and actually build that person's relationship, so
Yeah.
you can call them or they can call you when you need advice.
Yeah.
So the way that I do it is everywhere that I go, every conference or event that I attend, I get their actual cards and I write, what they do on the card. And then when I get home, I put it on a spreadsheet and I write where do they live and what do they specialize on. So let's say I was in Miami a few years ago and I reached out to this amazing lady that is in retail. And she said, "Oh, I'm having a conference next week. Come." And so I showed up to her conference just because I reached out because I had her on my Miami spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And then the following year, she ended up inviting me to speak at her conference.
Yeah.
So it's important to check in, say hello, even if it's once a year, so you're top of mind. If they're in your
Wonderful.
city, grab a cup of coffee, invite them for lunch, dinner. If you're the one wanting to build a relationship, if they're, higher up than you, you should 100% always invite them for
Oh,
lunch or or dinner if it's
right.
appropriate. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
building over time. And you don't have
How,
to know a thousand people either. It can be a handful or 10 people that you have really good relationships with.
yeah. And so you're the first person again. When you say it, it makes sense. But you're the first person that really talked out what you do with those business cards once you get them. Because, and I love how you said, we get business cards. I literally get business cards, right? And some
Yeah,
people don't have a strategy or a system. I think that's a better word, a system in place on what they do with the cards that they receive. You said you get these cards, you instantly put them in a spreadsheet. I mean, that's when you hear it, it makes sense, but I don't know if too many of us actually thought about that or actually doing that. So that's
yeah,
brilliant. Thank you for sharing that. And, systems. systems make everything so much better. Like when you find a system that works for you and you run that system, it makes life so much easier, doesn't it, Stephanie?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Very easy. It takes a minute to get it done at first,
Right.
but once it's done, you're gonna save time.
There you go.
So, yes.
There you go. If you plug the system of information, the system will do what it's supposed to do. But like you said, it takes the intentionality of just doing the work, and so
Exactly.
I love that. Miss Stephanie, let me ask you, is there anything, any topic that I have not brought up that you would like to bring up, you would like to talk about? Or is there any other words of education, inspiration, motivation that you would love to leave? I just kind of just want to open it up to you. Like if it's anything you feel like on your mind, like I think people would need to hear this. I would love to open it up if there's something you want to say.
Sure. I think as far as partnerships, I think they are important to grow and
Mhm.
expand and get there faster, but you have to be very careful who you partner with. First, it should be a person that fulfills your weaknesses. So,
Cool. Mm,
if I'm a great networker, I need somebody who's a great underwriter. We
mm,
should not be the same. We should not both be great networkers because somebody needs to be responsible for the very minute details of all of the numbers.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, you can be a friendship, but you need to be very clear. You need to go through all the hard questions first and always have a contract, an agreement, because there could be another third person that comes into that person's life that will change the way that they act. So always have everything in writing and talk about the hard questions because there will be hard times no matter what
Mm,
you do with somebody else.
right.
But talk about them before they happen so you know how much do they want to work? Do they want to retire? Do they want to buy and hold real estate? Do you guys have similar goals? What if something
Mm,
happens, right?
mm.
All of the
Uh,
hard things have to be talked about.
Such good advice. We can't shy away from the hard conversations,
Yes.
especially in business. I mean,
Yeah.
so I mentioned my wife before. So me and my wife, this is actually a saying I said to her that she has adopted, but I got it from Brene Brown. I'm not sure. Have you ever heard of Brene Brown?
Yeah,
Love
absolutely.
Brene Brown. So Brene has a saying where she said, "Clear is kind, unclear is unkind." So if we're gonna be
Ah,
friends, if we're gonna be in relationship, whether it be business or whatever,
yeah,
it's a point of relating to one another. I have to be kind. The kindest thing I can be to you is to be crystal clear, is to
yeah,
talk about the hard things, to ask the hard questions. That's the kindest thing that I can do is to be crystal clear to you. And so I love that. I love how you talk about just asking the hard questions, talking about the hard things. And listen, if you can build a foundation talking about the hard things, you can go anywhere. Y'all can talk about anything. Anything come up, even if we decide, hey, right now maybe we need to do something different. We can have that
yeah,
and not be enemies. We can have it not go at each other's throat, and then
yeah,
preserve
yeah.
a some type of relationship where maybe later on we can come back and still do business with each other. So I love that.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. Clear
yeah.
communication at all times.
At all times, I am 100% with you. I love it, and so this is the last thing I say because I love how you go in person, get business cards and communicate with people because communication has a 55-38-7 rule. All right,
Mm,
55-38-7.
okay.
55% of communication is actually our body language. The way if I'm sitting up here talking to you the
Yeah,
whole time you're talking, I'm just like, I'm giving you some type of communication like, maybe
Exactly.
he's not really interested in what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So 55% is our body language. 38% is our tone. It's actually the
Mm.
tone in what we say. And only 7% is actually the words that come out of our mouth. And so, like, right, ain't that amazing?
I
And so
didn't
that's
know
why
that
people
was
say
7%. That's
that's only
nothing.
7%. 55, 38, 7. And so that's why it's a saying with it said people may not remember what you said, but they remember how you made them feel. And so that
That's true.
55% and that 38% is all in how it makes people feel. And I said that to say, to highlight again how you literally go in person and meet people, literally get physical business cards, really interacting with them. And so when you come home and put it in your spreadsheet, you've already communicated with them in some type of way. And that's why I'm sure when you called them, they probably remember who you was because that 55 and 38% was communicating with them. Now you're coming
Exactly.
back with that 7% be like, hey, let's talk. And so it's no doubt in my mind. I just wanted to let you know I can see why what you're doing is working. I see it. So
You got it. You
um
nailed it.
man, absolutely. So Miss Stephanie, listen, I appreciate you so much. If someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, collaborate with you, learn more about what you're doing, how can they get in contact with you, man?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Our website is montecarlorei.com. My email is steph@montecarlorei.com, STEFF. And I do have a commercial podcast called Commercial Real Estate from A to Z. So we just talk about everything except apartment complexes
Gotcha.
in that as well. So
I love it. I love it. Well, Miss Stephanie, let me say three things to you, ma'am. First, thank you for your time. You could have been
thank
anywhere
you.
in the world. Like, you can put a premium on your time. So, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate that. Thank you for your story. Thank you for the gift. I like to call it the gift of your transparency, the gift of your vulnerability. Stories have a way of planting seeds in people and we never know when it's going to grow, but the seed is already
Mm,
there, and it's we plan to just telling our story, telling our narrative. And so, thank you so much for coming on, sharing your story, and lastly, thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your mindset and bringing that perspective to this platform. I greatly appreciate you, Miss Stephanie. Thank you for coming through today.
thank you so much for having me over, Q. I really appreciate your time.
Absolutely. So listen, y'all heard Miss Stephanie. You got the value. Check the show notes. Go watch the podcast. Get in contact with her. But definitely make sure you're subscribed here because I promise you, we're going to continue to bring up amazing people just like Miss Stephanie. So, ma'am, thank you again. And everyone else, listen, y'all have a fantastic day.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.